number of guys we had dressed out tonight were shorthanded, and I thought it really had an effect on the game. I thought our guys kind of wore down. Darius, I think it was probably 2 or 3 days ago, he bumped heads with somebody in practice and was a little woozy, so we kind of held him out for precaution. He was a little woozy, and so we just kind of held him out. In terms of Dustin Thomas, he's a guy that's going to miss these games here and possibly 3 more. And his is a violation of team rules. Violation of team rules. So with that being said, obviously it opens up an opportunity for guys like Daniel and even Gabe. We saw Gabe out there tonight, Adrio, to get some quality minutes in these games going forward. And of course, Cook's situation is still pending. We're just waiting until the law takes its course. So other than that, we had a game and played someone other than ourselves, and to me that was good to see. And I thought it was kind of raggedy for the most part. We had a nice spurt there coming out at halftime. And, you know, in these games here, the first game for this particular team, not necessarily just some new guys, but this particular team, it wasn't very fluid like I would want it to be. And especially in the first half. We made some shots in the second half, but I wasn't very satisfied with our defense. I thought we were just trying to play more with offense. There was no flow. I thought in the second half, our defense became our offense, and in that first 3 minutes, that was pretty good basketball with our defense. I think really revving up what we were doing. And then, of course, credit Central Oklahoma, Coach Hankins, they started making some shots. I think we went to a little zone, they started making some shots, and of course the game just kind of went back and forth. But we had some good productivity for some guys that came off the bench. We saw CJ with some significant minutes, and I thought he was did a lot of positive things. Daniel looked like a typical freshman in the first half, but in the second half I thought we saw him kind of impose his will out there on the floor. He's relentless. He rebounds above the rim. The only thing that's got to get better for him is at that free throw line. And he had a lot of shots that rim in and out. But that's what these games are for. The non-conference schedule is get him really comfortable on that floor and playing with other guys. But again, it's the first game and the exhibition. I got a chance to see a lot of different combinations and see what guys bring to the table. I thought Adrio in the second half was much better than he was in the first half. He was fixing things on defense, blocking shots, changing shots. Got to the free throw lines, and when you got to get to the free throw lines, you got to make teams pay. And of course, we got there tonight. We didn't make many, and so those guys, when you talk about the athletic guys, the guys are going to be the finishers on the break or get offensive rebounds. They got to be able to knock free throws down, and that being Daniel, a guy like Gabe, or a guy like Adrio Bailey, Trey Thompson. Those guys got to be able to score more for us in those situations. So, but we got what we needed out of it, and that is some feedback from the first game.
Gonna raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. Start with Jimmy.
How, I guess, disappointing is it to have a senior like Dustin, I guess, put himself in a position to get suspended, to miss time?
Well, you're a fifth-year senior. I think you should know. You know, you put your heart and soul. You worked hard to get to this point, and I think you let down your team.
Gafford's per-minute production was really good tonight. 15 minutes, he got 8 points. I know he struggled at the free throw line, 7 big rebounds, but he altered a lot of shots. His quickness made trouble on defense, especially in the first half. To talk about what he can do as he continues to get time and experience, do you see his minutes going up in the near future?
Oh, his presence is, I mean, it's very evident out there when he's doing the right thing. He picked up a couple of quick fouls early on, and you can just see, you know, just trying to get used to playing at this level. You know, then in the second half, I thought he settled down, got some offensive rebound. He plays above the rim, and we want to get him closer to that rim. And once he does that, you'll see him. He's going to get fouled a lot. So it's really imperative upon him to get in there and continue to work on shooting those free throws. And he had a lot of free throws that kind of went in and out, but it's got to be something that it's got to be personal with him. He's got to work at it, work on them. And but his activeness is on defense and offense. And once he really picks up, you know, the little nuances of our defense, whether it be man-to-man, whether it be in the matchup zone, because he's a big presence back there. You know, when you got guys you got a 7-foot wingspan, they got to shoot over him. It makes a big, big difference. And I thought we did a good job on the boards. Trey, 7 defensive rebounds. He altered some shots as well. We had, and I can tell our activeness because in the first half, I think we charted 20, if I'm not mistaken, I thought we had 25 deflections. And not only that, we were deflecting the ball, we were coming up. And in that first 3-minute period, I think it was like, we had 8 more deflections. And that's when we went up, I think, 17. And you could just see the momentum really kind of build. And then I think we may have hit that wall because some guys play a lot of minutes. They play a lot of minutes, man, and it takes its toll on offensively and defensively.
What do you think of the way that Jalen and Daryl kind of created for others? I think they combined for maybe 10 or 11 assists. Seemed like they're really setting guys up.
I can't hear you.
Jalen and Daryl, the way they kind of set other players up, seemed like they got into the lane and created shots for other guys on the team and looked to really play make.
Yeah, I think that's people are going to try to guard them. People are really going to come at them. They got targets on them, so they got to be able to distribute, and we got to have some guys that can finish. That's going to be the key of this team. This team's got to be an unselfish team. We had 20 assists on, 26 field goals. That's, to me, is the unselfishness. Now, the other part I don't like is the 16 turnovers. This team backed it up. They packed their defense. And although in the first half we took the shots and we made the shots, but in the second half I thought we got real sloppy with the basketball, and you can't do that, especially against a good team. They're going to make you pay. And so again, it's to me it's an opportunity for us to get some feedback for this team. But we are going to be a team that's going to play unselfish. I just thought, like I said, we kind of hit the wall a little bit, and but the fortunate thing was we had enough in us to finish the game off.
When you've got 2 guys who kind of play the same position, like Dustin and Orlando, both out, how does that affect your rotations?
Well, what it does is there are times you saw tonight where we went small, and not only that, now that means Adrio, you got Gabe. Those guys may going to be able to command some minutes, and hopefully they'll continue to work in practice because there's going to be an opportunity there because Trey can't play 31 minutes at the pace I want them to play. Not with the energy that you're going to exert. Same way with Daniel. So we're going to have to, as a coach, you got to make some subtle adjustments and hopefully play to these guys' strengths. It just gives opportunities for other guys to step up. And when you get a guy like Darius back, I think Darius is a guy that really is versatile. He's big in what we do. I just love his toughness, his grit. He's a tremendous offensive rebounder. He plays athletic. I think you get a guy there, he's a glue guy. And I thought that was missing in action tonight, was that glue guy.
You guys shot 7 of 12 from 3 in the first half. I think you finished 2 of 8. Was part of that fatigue the fact that the assist numbers really didn't, you had, I think, 13 assists at halftime, 18, and then in the fourth quarter you only had 2. Was a lot of that shots missing and guys not getting the assist because they're tired legs, or did you guys stay on the ball too much and not move it?
Well, we had some good shots, and I didn't think the ball was moving as crisp as it's going to be, as it should be. But you got to remember, we also missed a lot of layups. I mean, Trey had a couple of layups he missed. I think Adriel had some layups he missed. Daniel had some layups he missed. So I think just the timing. And you can just see the timing. That period of, I think it was when we went up, come out of halftime, and our defense became offense. And we had great crisp ball movement, guys cutting through the lane. That ball was hot. That ball was hot. And when that ball is hot, that's when we're at our best. And but when you get a little tired, you kind of tend to hold on to it a little bit. But I ain't necessarily, in my mind, said it ain't just about the offense, it's about our defense. And because you got to score. You can put so much pressure on your defense, but you got to be able to score. And but it's just the timing part of it. So that's, to me, what these games are all about. So we can get our timing and get these guys all on the same page. To me, this is great for a guy like Gabe. This is great for a guy like CJ. It's great for our whole team, even Barford and Macon. Because those guys are in different positions. You remember, Darryl actually, he started some games, but Darryl also came off the bench. And so and then you got Anton Beard. So we're work in progress. We got the pieces, but we just got to put them together where they're playing efficient basketball, and that's what I'm looking for, efficient basketball, defensively and offensively.
One more here in the back.
Coach, obviously a win's a win, but overall, how happy are you with this performance?
You don't know how they're going to come out that first game. I thought it could have been a lot better from the effort standpoint, but given the numbers, I understand that. So to me, what it does, I'm happy, excited, because why? I get a chance to get some feedback. Now they know I'm not lying when I tell them something, okay? That what's got to take place. Let's say with the free throw shooting. Let's talk about on defense. Let's talk about loose balls. Let's talk about how hard you got to play. And not only that, you know, everybody see that Arkansas, they're going to come after you. You're going to get their best shot. So I can tell them that, but now they can sense that. So so for me, it's good that we can get a chance to go out and play somebody, and we'll get better. We'll be better.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.